This is the Proof of God channel. This has been a series dissecting the number patterns within the simple verse of 2 Chronicles 6 verse 13, a 50-word verse. The focus of the previous videos was to find what ways the number 13 has been linked to 2 Chronicles 6 verse 13. How does God reveal His truth? God says in His Word in Matthew 7, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you." So, seek to see if there are number patterns for 13, and ye may so find. 2 Chronicles 6 verse 13 reads, "For Solomon had made a brasen scaffold of 5 cubits long, and 5 cubits broad, and 3 cubits high, and had set it in the midst of the court. And upon it he stood, and kneeled down upon his knees before all the congregation of Israel, and spread forth his hands toward heaven." There have been 21 previous videos in this series before this finale, each explaining 3 new patterns of the number 13 in 2 Chronicles 6 verse 13. This will be an insightful summary. This will be a 10,000-foot view of what the entirety of the number patterns show the reader. First, look at the 13th word positions within the verse. That means that what are the words in the verse where their relative position is a number related to the number 13. The 13th word is 5. The 26th or 2 times 13th word is midst. The 39th or 3 times 13th word is his. All 3 positions are words that appear in Scripture a multiple of 13 times. Astonishingly, the 13th words of the verse and their appearances are: 1. The 13th word is 5, which appears in 9 times 13 chapters. 2. The 26th word is midst, which appears in 28 times 13 occurrences. 3. The 39th word is his, which appears in 5 times 13 books. That is a pattern within a pattern. Second, here is a list of the 34 times that single words in the verse appear in Scripture 13, or a number of 13 times. If a verse has one word from the verse that appears in all of Scripture a number of times that equal the verse number, that would be remarkable, unusual, and bizarre, no? This one verse has 34 individual times that single words do exactly that. But that is not the most unbelievable part. Not only does this verse have words, but it has actual phrases that appear in Scripture 13, or a number of 13 times. Here is the list of phrases from verse 13 that are 3 or more words, and they appear in Scripture 13, or a number of 13 times. 1. In the midst appears in 3 times 13 books. 2. In the midst of appears in 12 times 13 chapters. 3. The midst of appears in 3 times 13 books. 4. The midst of the appears in 8 times 13 books. 5. Midst of the appears in 8 times 13 books. 6. All the congregation appears in 6 times 13 occurrences. 7. The congregation of Israel appears in 1 times 13 chapters. 8. Of Israel and appears in 16 times 13 occurrences. Consider that. That is 8 phrases with 3 words or more that are in a verse 13, and the phrases appear in the Bible 13, or a multiple of 13 times. Is that really something that can be dismissed as coincidence? Think on this directly. A verse 13 in the Bible has words that appear in Scripture 13 times, and it also has phrases that are 3 words or more that appear in Scripture 13 times. That goes far, far beyond luck. If you are looking for more math miracles like this, go to Amazon right now and order the book Proof of God, Unique Numbers That Cannot Be Denied. Proof of God covers the mysteries of number patterns in the number 13, the number 11, the number 4, and other unbelievable number patterns. The second book, Proof of God number 2, has just been released as well. This book explores the number pattern mysteries embedded in the first 8 chapter 13 verse 13 of Scripture. Genesis 13:13, Exodus 13:13, Leviticus 13:13, Numbers 13:13, Deuteronomy 13:13, Joshua 13:13, Judges 13:13, and 1 Samuel 13:13 are analyzed thoroughly. Each chapter 13 verse 13 has a multitude of unexpected number patterns linking the 13:13 to the number 13, revealing that God is real and He has verified the King James is His only word. There are many in this world who change God's perfect word from the King James to other wicked Bible versions. God predicted in His word that people would harden their hearts and not want to hear from Him. Men and churches seem without direction and making glaring poor judgments. This is a sign of the times, as God will not give wisdom about life's decisions if churches in the first place refuse to accept His word, the King James, as the final authority. The Lord predicted and warned through His prophets that God would reject churches that stop their ears, reject Him, and change His word to a version that they are willing to accept. God warned man of this in the book of 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel 15:26 reads, "And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord hath rejected thee from being king over Israel." Until next time, reject the wicked false Bible versions and trust only the King James, God's perfect word.